The inspector's decision to disallow the use of the outlets for under-cabinet lighting is based on the National Electrical Code. According to the 2005 edition, appliance circuits in kitchens are designated for specific purposes. These circuits are intended to serve stationary appliances and should not be used to power lighting fixtures or portable appliances. The underlying principle is that appliance circuits are designed with a specific load profile in mind. They are engineered to provide adequate power and protection for appliances that typically draw a consistent amount of current. Connecting a wide variety of devices to these circuits can compromise their intended function. Different devices have varying current demands, and appliance circuits may not be equipped to handle the fluctuations. Using these circuits for devices outside their intended scope can potentially lead to overloads, voltage drops, or other electrical problems. Therefore, it's important to adhere to the code requirements and use appliance circuits exclusively for stationary appliances. Similarly, connecting a microwave, computer, or portable lamp to these appliance circuits is not recommended. Although these devices may consume less current compared to appliances like toasters or blenders, they are still not classified as stationary appliances. The code distinguishes between the types of devices that should be connected to appliance circuits and general-purpose circuits. General-purpose circuits are designed to accommodate a broader range of devices, including lighting and portable appliances. They typically have a higher capacity and are equipped with appropriate protection mechanisms to handle diverse electrical loads. To ensure compliance with the electrical code and to maintain safety, it's best to use general-purpose circuits for devices other than stationary appliances. If the under-cabinet lighting has not yet been installed, replacing the appliance circuit outlets with general-purpose outlets would be a practical solution. This modification would eliminate any ambiguity and ensure that the circuit is used for its intended purpose. General-purpose outlets are suitable for connecting lighting fixtures, portable appliances, and other devices that are not classified as stationary appliances. This approach aligns with the electrical code and prevents potential issues related to overloading or improper circuit usage. When installing electrical circuits, it's important to consider the types of devices that will be connected to them. Understanding the specific requirements for appliance circuits and general-purpose circuits is essential for ensuring safety and compliance. Following the guidelines outlined in the National Electrical Code helps prevent electrical hazards and ensures the proper functioning of electrical systems. For example, Section 210.52 1 of the NEC requires that 2 or more 20 amp small appliance branch circuits shall supply all receptacle outlets in the kitchen, pantry, breakfast room, dining room, or similar area of a dwelling unit. These circuits can supply receptacles for countertop and similar uses. However, these circuits are specifically intended for appliances and not for lighting. The NEC does allow for some exceptions, such as clock outlets and outlets for specific equipment. But in general, lighting should be on a separate general-purpose circuit. The reasoning behind this separation is to prevent overloading of the appliance circuits. Kitchen appliances, such as toasters, blenders, and coffee makers, can draw a significant amount of current. If lighting is also connected to these circuits, the total load can easily exceed the capacity of the circuit, leading to nuisance tripping of the circuit breaker or even a fire hazard. Therefore, it's important to keep lighting on separate circuits. Furthermore, the NEC specifies the types of receptacles that can be installed on small appliance branch circuits. Section 210.52(b)(3) states that receptacle outlets installed solely for the support and mounting of a clock shall be permitted to be supplied from a small appliance branch circuit. However, all other receptacle outlets on these circuits must be of the grounding type and must be suitable for use with appliances. This requirement ensures that appliances are properly grounded, which helps to prevent electrical shocks. In addition to the requirements for small appliance branch circuits, the NEC also has specific rules for individual appliance branch circuits. Section 210.23(a)(2) states that a branch circuit supplying a single cord and plug-connected appliance shall not supply other outlets. This means that if you have a dedicated circuit for a refrigerator, for example, you cannot also use that circuit to supply other receptacles. The purpose of this rule is to prevent overloading of the circuit and to ensure that the appliance receives the full amount of power it needs. It's important to note that the NEC is a minimum standard, and local codes may have additional requirements. It's always a good idea to check with your local building department to see if there are any local amendments to the NEC that apply to your project. In summary, kitchen appliance circuits are specifically intended for stationary appliances and should not be used to power lighting or portable appliances. The NEC has specific rules for these circuits, including the types of receptacles that can be installed and the types of appliances that can be connected. Following these rules helps to ensure the safety and proper functioning of electrical systems in the kitchen. Understanding the NEC requirements for kitchen appliance circuits is essential for anyone who is involved in electrical work. Whether you are a homeowner, electrician, or building inspector, it's important to be familiar with the code and to follow it carefully. By doing so, you can help to prevent electrical hazards and ensure the safety of yourself and others. Now let's delve deeper into some of the specific aspects of appliance circuits and general purpose circuits, highlighting their differences and appropriate applications. Firstly, appliance circuits, typically rated at 20 amps, are designed to accommodate the power demands of stationary kitchen appliances. These appliances often include refrigerators, dishwashers, and garbage disposals. The circuit's capacity is carefully calculated to handle the consistent current draw of these appliances without causing overloads or voltage drops. Secondly, general-purpose circuits, on the other hand, are more versatile and can be used to power a wider range of devices, including lighting, portable appliances, and electronic equipment. These circuits are typically rated at 15 or 20 amps, and they are designed to handle the fluctuating current demands of various devices. The choice between a 15 amp or 20 amp general purpose circuit depends on the anticipated load and the specific requirements of the devices being connected. Thirdly, the NEC provides specific guidelines for the number of receptacle outlets that can be connected to a general purpose circuit. Section 210.21b1 states that the rating of any one cord and plug connected appliance shall not exceed 80% of the branch circuit ampere rating. This means that if you have a 15 amp circuit, you should not connect an appliance that draws more than 12 amps. The purpose of this rule is to prevent overloading of the circuit and to ensure that the appliance receives the full amount of power it needs. Fourthly, it's important to consider the concept of load balancing when planning electrical circuits. Load balancing involves distributing the electrical load evenly across multiple circuits to prevent any single circuit from becoming overloaded. This is particularly important in kitchens, where there are often numerous appliances and devices that consume significant amounts of power. Fifthly, when connecting multiple devices to a single circuit, it's essential to use a power strip or surge protector with an appropriate rating. Power strips and surge protectors provide additional outlets and protect devices from voltage spikes and surges. However, it's important to choose a power strip or surge protector that is rated for the total load of the devices being connected. Sixthly, the NEC also addresses the issue of arc fault circuit interrupters, or ASIs. ASIs are designed to detect dangerous electrical arcs, which can be a major cause of electrical fires. Section 210.12 requires that all 120-volt single-phase 15 and 20 amp branch circuit supplying outlets installed in dwelling units shall be protected by an arc fault circuit interrupter. This requirement applies to most circuits in the kitchen, including appliance circuits and general-purpose circuits. Seventhly, ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, are another important safety device that is required by the NEC in certain locations. GFCIs are designed to detect ground faults, which can occur when electricity flows through an unintended path to ground. Section 210.8 requires that all 120-volt single-phase 15 and 20 amp receptacles installed in dwelling units and bathrooms, kitchens, and other damp or wet locations shall be protected by a ground fault circuit interrupter. This requirement helps to prevent electrical shocks in these locations. Eighthly, in addition to the specific requirements for appliance circuits and general-purpose circuits, the NEC also provides general guidelines for the installation of electrical wiring. Section 300 covers the general requirements for wiring methods and materials. This section includes rules for the types of wiring that can be used, the methods of installation, and the protection of wiring from physical damage. Ninthly, it's important to follow the manufacturer's instructions when installing electrical devices and equipment. The manufacturer's instructions provide detailed information on how to install the device safely and correctly. Ignoring the manufacturer's instructions can lead to improper installation, which can create a safety hazard. Tenthly, if you are not comfortable working with electricity, it's always best to hire a qualified electrician. A qualified electrician has the knowledge, skills, and experience to install electrical wiring safely and correctly. Attempting to do electrical work yourself without the proper training can be dangerous and can lead to serious injury or even death. In conclusion, understanding the NEC requirements for kitchen appliance circuits and general-purpose circuits is essential for ensuring safety and compliance. By following the code and using appropriate wiring methods and materials, you can help to prevent electrical hazards and create a safe and functional electrical system in your kitchen. Now, let's elaborate further on the implications of using appliance circuits for unintended purposes. Firstly, consider the scenario of connecting under-cabinet lighting to an appliance circuit. While the power consumption of LED under-cabinet lights might seem minimal, the cumulative effect of multiple lights, combined with the simultaneous operation of other appliances on the same circuit, can easily overload the circuit. This overload can lead to frequent tripping of the circuit breaker, which is not only inconvenient but also potentially damaging to the appliances and wiring. Secondly, the electrical code mandates the use of specific types of wiring and receptacles for appliance circuits. These components are designed to handle the consistent current draw of appliances. Using these circuits for lighting, which typically involves dimmer switches and electronic ballasts, can introduce harmonic distortion and other electrical anomalies that can negatively impact the performance and lifespan of the circuit components. Thirdly, portable lamps, computers, and other electronic devices have sensitive electronic components that are susceptible to voltage fluctuations and surges. Appliance circuits are not typically equipped with the surge protection mechanisms necessary to safeguard these devices from damage. Connecting these devices to appliance circuits can increase the risk of electrical damage and shorten their lifespan. Fourthly, the NEC requires that appliance circuits be readily accessible and not obstructed by appliances or other objects. This requirement ensures that the circuit breaker can be easily accessed in case of an overload or short circuit. Connecting lighting or other devices to appliance circuits can make it difficult to access the circuit breaker, which can delay response time in an emergency. Fifthly, the electrical code also specifies the grounding requirements for appliance circuits. Proper grounding is essential for preventing electrical shocks and ensuring the safe operation of appliances. Connecting lighting or other devices to appliance circuits can compromise the grounding system, which can increase the risk of electrical shock. Sixthly, the use of appliance circuits for unintended purposes can also void the warranty of appliances and electrical devices. Manufacturers typically specify the types of circuits that are suitable for their products, and using the wrong type of circuit can invalidate the warranty. Seventhly, it's important to consider the long-term implications of using appliance circuits for unintended purposes. Over time, the cumulative effect of overloading the circuit and subjecting it to electrical anomalies can weaken the wiring and other components. This can lead to a gradual degradation of the electrical system, which can eventually result in costly repairs or even a fire hazard. Eighthly, the NEC is constantly evolving to address new technologies and safety concerns. Staying up to date with the latest code changes is essential for ensuring that your electrical system is safe and compliant. Ignoring the code can result in fines, penalties, and even legal liability. Ninthly, when in doubt, it's always best to consult with a qualified electrician. An electrician can assess your electrical needs and recommend the appropriate wiring and circuit configurations for your home. They can also ensure that your electrical system is installed safely and in compliance with the electrical code. Tenthly, the cost of installing additional circuits or upgrading your electrical system is often less than the cost of repairing or replacing damaged appliances or dealing with the consequences of an electrical fire. Investing in a safe and reliable electrical system is a wise decision that can protect your home and family for years to come. Now, let's further explore the reasons for the specific restrictions on appliance circuits, focusing on the potential consequences of disregarding these regulations. Firstly, the primary reason for restricting appliance circuits to stationary appliances lies in the optimization of circuit protection. These circuits are designed to handle the consistent and predictable load of appliances like refrigerators and dishwashers. Introducing lighting or portable devices with varying power demands can disrupt this balance, leading to frequent overloads and potential damage to the circuit breaker. Secondly, appliance circuits are often wired with heavier gauge wire than general-purpose circuits to accommodate the higher current draw of appliances. Using these circuits for lighting or portable devices, which typically require less current, can result in inefficient energy use and unnecessary wear and tear on the wiring. Thirdly, the NEC mandates the use of specific types of receptacles and wiring devices for appliance circuits to ensure proper grounding and prevent electrical shocks. Connecting lighting or portable devices with incompatible plugs or wiring can compromise the grounding system and increase the risk of electrical hazards. Fourthly, the voltage drop on an appliance circuit can be more pronounced than on a general-purpose circuit due to the higher current draw of appliances. Connecting lighting or portable devices to an appliance circuit can exacerbate this voltage drop, leading to dimming lights and malfunctioning electronic devices. Fifthly, the harmonic distortion generated by electronic devices like computers and portable lamps can interfere with the operation of appliances on the same circuit. This interference can cause appliances to malfunction, overheat, or even fail prematurely. Sixthly, the surge protection devices installed on appliance circuits are typically designed to protect appliances from voltage spikes and surges. These devices may not be effective in protecting more sensitive electronic devices like computers and portable lamps. Seventhly, the NEC requires that appliance circuits be readily accessible for inspection and maintenance. Connecting lighting or portable devices to these circuits can obstruct access to the wiring and receptacles, making it difficult to perform routine maintenance and repairs. Eighthly, the use of extension cords and power strips on appliance circuits is generally discouraged, as these devices can overload the circuit and create a fire hazard. Connecting lighting or portable devices to appliance circuits via extension cords or power strips further increases the risk of electrical problems. Ninthly, the insurance companies may deny coverage for damages caused by electrical fires or other electrical problems that result from the misuse of appliance circuits. It's important to follow the NEC regulations to ensure that your electrical system is properly installed and maintained. Tenthly, the safety of your family and your property should be your top priority. Ignoring the NEC regulations and misusing appliance circuits can create a dangerous situation that could have serious consequences. Always consult with a qualified electrician if you have any questions or concerns about your electrical system.